Manchester United refusing to give up on Carlos Baleba. Chelsea striker Nicolas Jackson prefers Newcastle move. Paper round. Despite being knocked back by Brighton in their pursuit of Carlos Baleba, Manchester United are not prepared to give up on the midfielder just yet, making the Cameroon international one of their top targets. Elsewhere in Monday's paper round, Chelsea striker Nicolas Jackson would like a move to Newcastle, and Chelsea are willing to swap forward Christopher Nkunku for RB Leipzig's Xavi Simons. Red Devils determined to land Baleba. Manchester United are refusing to give up on signing Brighton Hove Albion midfielder Carlos Baleba, despite reports he may cost over £115 million. The Sun claims Ruben Amorim has not been put off by the price tag as he looks to boost his options in midfield after a summer of heavy spending in attack. The outlet notes, Manchester United continue to talk with Brighton star Carlos Baleba as they refuse to give up on a sensational deal. Man United are focusing on landing a new midfielder with Baleba, 21, posing as a top target in the final few weeks of the summer market. The Cameroon international is keen on moving to Old Trafford, but the Seagulls are adamant he is not for sale, and recent reports suggest Brighton would only begin to consider a bid worth over the £115 million they accepted for the sale of Moises Caicedo in 2023. But the Red Devils refuse to give up on the highly rated defensive midfielder. Jackson wants Newcastle move. Nicolas Jackson prefers a move to Newcastle United this summer should he leave Chelsea. Reports that Newcastle could target the Senegal international should Alexander Isak be granted a move away from the club. The northeast side had been linked with Benjamin Sesko before his move to Manchester United. Nicolas Jackson favors a move to Newcastle United should he leave Chelsea during this transfer window, reads the article. However, the forward's chances of securing the transfer largely appear dependent on whether Newcastle relent and sell Alexander Isak to Liverpool. Telegraph Sport reported on Saturday that Isak has been told by the Newcastle board that he is not for sale this summer and will not be allowed to join Liverpool, which has angered him. However, and despite saying their offer of £110 million, which was rejected, would be their only bid, it is understood that Liverpool are still exploring whether they can sign the striker in a saga that might run until deadline day. Newcastle's asking price has been £150 million with 3 years still to run on Isak's contract. Jackson emerged as a serious option for Newcastle after they lost out on Benjamin Sesko, having been beaten by Chelsea to João Pedro, when he chose Manchester United over them last week in a £73.7 million deal. Eddie Howe has been desperate to add to his forward line with not only Chelsea willing to sell Jackson but also, now, the 24-year-old accepting it is best for him to leave. It is believed that Jackson has told Chelsea he wants to go, they have agreed to sell, and was left out of the squad for Friday's friendly at Stamford Bridge against Bayer Leverkusen. The Senegal striker has also been training on his own. Nkunku could make RB Leipzig return in Simon's swap deal. Chelsea could offer Christopher Nkunku to former club RB Leipzig as they step up their pursuit of Xavi Simons, claims The Guardian. The Bundesliga side to join the Blues in a £52 million deal in 2023, but his future at Chelsea is uncertain following a summer of transition. Enzo Maresca's side have signed attackers Liam Delap and João Pedro, meaning Nkunku has fallen down the pecking order. Chelsea have been linked with playmaker Simons, and there is talk of a swap deal, the outlet states. Chelsea are in talks with RB Leipzig over a potential swap deal for Xavi Simons that could lead to Christopher Nkunku returning to the German club. Chelsea have been in negotiations with the Bundesliga club over a fee for Xavi Simons, with the Netherlands forward having already agreed personal terms despite interest from Bayern Munich. Chelsea are now pushing to include Nkunku, who they believe to be valued at £40 million, as part of the deal. Negotiations are ongoing, with Chelsea likely to have to pay a sizable fee on top for the 22-year-old, who can play in a number of attacking positions.